it is Friday today, which means I'm going to be releasing my latest YouTube video. Today we're going to be working on strengthening and opening all around the hips. So it'll work on a little bit of hips, the psoas muscle, and maybe a little bit of hamstrings as well. It's an area that a lot of us struggle with, so don't worry if today's class seems really hard to you, if you're feeling like it's really tight. Just do this class a few times, maybe even once a week, and you'll see massive improvement. We're going to try and increase the range of movement and the mobility of our hips, and we'll do it all through a bit of a yoga flow. So we're going to get started on our backs. I'd like you to come down. And as well, we're going to be using a strap. So if you don't have a strap, find a belt. If you don't have blocks, find books, preferably two that are exactly the same size. And I am wearing all aloe yoga today, and I am practicing on my B yoga mat with my B yoga blocks and strap. Okay, great. So now that is all out of the way, we're going to get started on our backs. In reclined Shavasana, so I'm going to get you to bring the soles of the feet together. If you're finding this really difficult, you can just bring the soles of the feet to the mat, or you can bring the blocks underneath your outer thighs just for some support. So the most important part of our practice, like I always say, is the breath. So we're going to take a few minutes just to focus in on the breath. Tune into how your body is feeling today. So acknowledge the quality of your energy, the quality of your thoughts, and perhaps allowing your hands to rest on your lower belly. Just beginning to watch the natural flow of air in and out through your nose, and noticing how it begins to move your body. So the breath is something that a lot of us aren't really aware of throughout our day, and it can be a great indication of how we're feeling. It can also be a great tool in helping us feel better. So if you're ever feeling stressed or anxious, I can assure you, if you checked in with your breath, it would probably be quite short, choppy, shallow. If you take a full deep inhale through the nose and maybe exhale through the mouth or the nose, I promise it will make you feel even a tiny bit better. So take a few minutes just to tune into the breath. We inhale and exhale through the nose in yoga, and perhaps connecting with your Ujjayi breath, which isn't as scary as it sounds. Simply a slight restriction at the back of the throat, almost like you're creating the sound of the ocean or a Darth Vader sound. Okay, and then from here we're going to bring the soles of the feet to the mat. Feel the middle back slightly pressing down into your mat. Bring your right knee in toward your chest. Interlace the fingers to the front of the right knee and draw it down towards your right armpit. It doesn't have to be really aggressive. You can just softly have the intention of pulling the knee down towards your right armpit. Try not to pull it down onto your chest, compromising your breath. If you feel good moving the knee, you can circle it out in one direction and maybe the other direction. There'll be a few options here. You can stay here if you like. You can extend your right leg up long and interlace the fingers behind your right thigh. If this is way too easy for you, bring the hands behind the calf. Flexing or pointing the right toe, whatever feels good, you can also move between both. If you're still very comfortable, you can extend your left leg long. Breathe into the back of the leg and try not to be crunching up through your shoulders. So try to soften the shoulders down to the mat. You want to almost have a little micro bend in your elbows. From here, I'd like you to find your strap and bring the foot into the loop of your strap. You're going to try and hold the strap with both hands. If you're, again, extremely comfortable, you might not even use the strap. But since it's beginning of class, maybe you want to just ease into your practice. Draw the left femur bone, the bone of your thigh, up and in toward the left socket. Feel your outer right thigh rotate away from you. Breathe again, try to pull up and over as if you're trying to get the right toe to touch the space behind your head. Now hold the right leg with the right the strap with your right hand. The left hand can either be to the hip or out wide. So if this, bringing the right leg out wide, is way too much, you can also do this with a bent knee. Okay, so simply bend the knee and you'll bring the hand to the inner knee and set it to the strap or to the foot. Breathe into your inner right thigh, try to soften the right glute and activate the right quad. Your left leg, if it is extended, which it doesn't have to be, is fully engaged. Breathing here for 5. You can rest your right elbow on the earth if that feels good for you. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it all the way back up to center. And we're going to release the foot from the strap. Bend the knee and bring the knee to the left. So a nice twist that should feel really good for your back. For the outer right hip, for the psoas muscle. Breathe deeply and try to get your right shoulder grounding down into the mat. Bring the right knee all the way back into center. I'm going to get you to bring the sole of the left foot back to the mat and cross your right ankle over your left thigh. So supine pigeon or reclined pigeon. The right foot is fully flexed and your right knee is trying to move away from you. Some of us will stay here. You could even bring your hand to the knee and push that knee away from you softly, so nothing aggressive. Next step is to lift the left foot and bring the fingers interlaced behind the left thigh. Try to keep your tailbone grounding down toward the mat. It's very easy to want to curl up through the lower back. We're trying to keep it grounded for now. If you're still very comfortable, you can interlace the fingers to the front of the left shin. Keep that right foot deeply flexed and right knee moving away from your body so that you're feeling this in your right hip. Breathe for 3. Fully exhale, so squeeze all the stale air out for 2. For 1, we're going to lift the head, neck, and shoulders and draw the chin toward the ankle, ankle toward the chin. Now it's okay if the tailbone curls away from the mat for 3. Breathe here for 2, 1, and release. Well done. Okay, opposite side, bring the sole of the right foot to the mat and bring the left knee in towards your chest. Interlace the fingers to the front of the left knee and draw it down and in toward your left armpit. Breathing deeply into the left hip crease, into the lower belly, soften the shoulders. You can circle the knee if that feels good in one direction and then the opposite direction. We're then going to straighten the left leg. Bring your fingers interlaced behind the left thigh. So you'll know yourself if this feels too much for you. You can always micro bend the knee or keep it fully flexed and straight. If it's still too easy, hands behind the calf. And again, if it's still too easy, you can extend the right leg long. Breathing here, soften the shoulders. Keep the rib cage knitting in, the middle back pressing down. And then finding your strap. Again, if you don't want to use the strap and you're very open, you can reach for the left foot with your hands. So grabbing the strap with both hands, soft bend in your elbows, right leg either fully extended or the sole of the right foot to the mat. Chin is tucked slightly toward the center chest and you're extending up and over through the left leg. Breathing here deeply. Try not to hold the breath. You'll notice that that means that you're struggling too much, that you're pushing too much. Now holding the strap, the foot or the inner left knee with your left hand, you're going to direct that leg out to the left. Your right arm can come out wide or to the hip if your right leg is extended. If your right knee is bent, allow the right knee to flop out to the right. So that's going to keep you grounded on the right side of your back. So we don't want to shift or collapse all the way to the left. Stay grounded through left and right side of lower back. Breathe into your inner left thigh, into your groin area for 3. Soften the breath for 2. For 1, slowly bring it all the way back into center. If your right knee is bent, straighten the right leg, release the foot from the strap, and you're going to bend the left knee, bringing that knee to the right. Look to the left, supine twist. Breathe into your lower belly, into your lower back, and try not to push the knee down toward the mat. Just allow the weight of the leg and gravity to work its magic. Bring it back to center. Bring the sole of the right foot to the mat and cross your left ankle over your right thigh. Flex your left butt, check in. So notice this side might feel very different. And then if you're very comfortable, you can bring the hands behind the right thigh. If you're still comfortable, hands to front of right shin. Check in with your lower back, reach your tailbone forward and down. Soften the shoulders. Lengthen through the back of your neck. And try to visualize the left knee moving away from your outer left tricep. Breathing here for 3. Round through the lower back for 2. Soften the shoulders and deepen your breath for 1. Now lift the head, neck, and shoulders and reach your chin toward your ankle, ankle toward your chin. You're drawing in here. You're drawing everything in towards center for 3. Breathe, 2, 1, and release. Okay, really nice. Bring the soles of the feet to the mat. You can windshield wiper your knees left to right if that feels good. And then from here, bring your knees in towards your chest, hands behind your thighs, rock all the way up to seated and forward into tabletop. Okay, I'm just going to fix my hair. Okay, so hopefully we're feeling already a little bit better around the hip area. You'll definitely be feeling a little bit of heat. We'll come into our tabletop with hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. And then from there, I'd like you to bring your hands about a palm's distance in front of your hands and then shift forward. So from here, we're creating a modified plank with knees dropped. So you're creating a long line of energy from knees to shoulders. There is no pike of the bum or a dip through the hips, okay? So you should feel your hip bones moving up toward your rib cage and your rib cage drawing down and in. Inhale here, and as you exhale, lower to the belly. Inhale, lift your heart, point your toes. Use the muscles of your back to lift to cobra, elbows drawing down and in. Exhale, push back to your knees, bum to your heels, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Okay, so we're going to do that just one more time. This time we'll start from plank. Inhale, roll forward into plank. Feel free to drop your knees or keep them lifted as you lower to the belly. Inhale, point your toes, lift your heart. Use the muscles of your back, pelvic floor active, downward facing dog. Bum to heels, tuck the toes, and lift it up and back. If you want to check in with your down dog, feel free to check in with your hands that your middle fingers or your index fingers are pointing forward. Your knuckles are not lifting away from the mat, so feel the knuckles ground, and feel the inner and outer hands pressing down into the mat. Your heels should be hidden behind your toes, and you're finding length through your lower back. Feel free to bend the knees as much as you need. Okay, from here, we're going to step the feet together, the back of our mat. We're going to float the right leg all the way up. Inhale. Exhale, you're going to bend the knee, open the hip, and breathe into your side body. Look underneath your right shoulder. So just take one more full inhale here into your side body, find space. And as you exhale, you're going to bring your knee to your nose. Round forward, shoulders shift forward over your wrists. And then look forward, step the right foot through between your hands. If you need help, grab the ankle and pull it through. Drop your left knee down to the mat and keep your left toes tucked. So I would like you, if you have very sensitive knees, to double over the mat for your left knee. Float your arms all the way up over your head. You'll see here that my hips are lunging forward. So this is a lunge. You're not stacking your hips back over the left knee. They are forward, so the right knee comes directly over your ankle. Okay. So just holding it here for a moment, I'd like you to feel your hip bones again lift up so that you're engaging your lower belly. You should be feeling this in your left hip flexor. We're going to breathe here. We're going to grab the left wrist with our right hand. I'd like you to inhale, lift up through center. Exhale, you're going to micro bend to the right. Keep your shoulders in line with your hips. Inhale, center. Exhale, bend to the right. 3 more. Inhale, center, core engaged, press down through the feet. Exhale, bend. Inhale, center. exhale. Last time, inhale, center, exhale, bend. Inhale, fingers stretch up, exhale, hands to mat, downward facing dog, lift the left knee, step it back. Inhale from down dog, roll forward plank. Vinyasa of choice, you can drop your knees as you lower, you can lower to chaturanga or the belly. Inhale, you lift into cobra or up dog. If you're coming to up dog, your thighs are active, your knees are lifted, your shoulders are stacked over your wrists. Downward facing dog, exhale. Step your feet together at the back of your mat. Inhale, float the left leg up, keep the hips square. And then exhale, bend the knee, open the hip over the right. So you're finding this side body stretch look underneath your left shoulder for one more inhale. Exhale, round it forward, shift it forward, arm, thigh to belly, look forward. Left foot steps through between your hands, really nice. So you're going to drop your right knee down, make sure your left knee is over your left ankle, keep the right toes tucked, float the arms up overhead. Drop your tailbone, so we're not collapsing into the lower back and opening the front body. You want to almost close off the front body as much as you can. Again, finding length through your spine, soften the shoulders, press down through the feet. Lower belly, navel to spine. Grab your right wrist with your left hand, inhale, stretch up. Exhale, bend to the left. Inhale through center, use your obliques, your core strength. Exhale, micro bend or bend a little bit deeper. Inhale, center. Exhale for 3. Inhale, center, core strong. Exhale for 4. Inhale, center, last time. Exhale, 5. Inhale, center, release the hands. Down dog, exhale. Inhale, shift forward plank, shoulders over your wrists. Exhale, strong throughout the entire body. Keep the tailbone tucking as you lower, halfway or to belly. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog, arching your spine. Exhale, down dog. We are going to do that sequence one more time. Try to do it in a high lunge variation. If low lunge was too much for you or enough for you, you do that same sequence like we just did with the back knee drop. Step your feet together at the back of your mat. Inhale, float the right leg up, keep the hips square, and then exhale, bend the knee, open the hip. Inhale one more time here. Exhale, thigh to belly, knee to nose, round, use your core. Step the right foot through between your hands. Now options, feet on separate tracks for crescent. Right knee over right ankle. You might need a little micro bend in your left knee as you float all the way up, shoulders over your hips. Again, we are trying to lengthen through the lower back. So avoid collapsing through the lower spine. You want tailbone dropping, and that's why I like to bring a little micro bend into the back knee if you especially have tight hip flexors. Grab your left wrist with your little right hand. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, micro bend to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, bend. Inhale, center. Your balance is going to be challenged here. Exhale, bend for 3. Inhale, keep your gaze fixed to help you with that balance. Exhale, 4. One more time. Inhale, center. Exhale, 5. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, hands to mat, down dog. Inhale, vinyasa, or take a break in down dog or child's pose. Inhale, roll forward plank. Exhale, lower halfway or to belly. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Step the feet together. Inhale, float the left leg up. Keep the hips square. And then exhale, open the hip. Heel to bum, lift the left knee. Inhale, lift the left knee even higher. Exhale, knee to nose, round through the spine as you step the left foot through. Feet on separate tracks or drop the right knee. Inhale, crescent, lift up. Pull the lower belly up and in toward your lower back. Grab the right wrist with your left hand. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, bend left. Inhale, center. You have to really move with control, slowly. Exhale for 2. Inhale, it's the last time we're doing this. Exhale, 3. Inhale, use the core strength. Exhale, 4. Inhale, center. Exhale, 5. Ooh, I'm getting wobbly. Inhale, exhale, hands to mat, downward facing dog. Well done. Lift your hips, stay here, or inhale, roll forward plank. Exhale, lower halfway, elbows stay hugging in. Inhale, up dog or cobra, tops of feet to mat. Exhale, down dog. Step the feet together. Inhale, float the right leg all the way up. Exhale, bend the knee, open the hip. Inhale here. Exhale, knee to nose. Step the right foot to the center of your mat, so just between your hands. We're going to come to warrior two. I'd like you to ground the outer edge of the back foot. And we're going to windmill all the way up and open. So it is heel to arch alignment for this pose. So you want to check that your right heel is in line with the arch of the back foot. That your right knee is stacked directly over the ankle. You should be able to see a sliver of the right big toe on the inside of the right knee. There is no back bend in a warrior two. So you want to draw the tailbone down and draw the pubic bone up. Soften the shoulders. We're going to move here, so I'd like you to inhale, bring the arms all the way up overhead and straighten your right leg, palms touch. Exhale, sink down, warrior two. Inhale, lift it all the way up. Exhale, sink low. 3 more. Inhale, lift up, strong through the front of your thighs. Exhale, sink. Inhale, lift for 4. Exhale, warrior two. Last time. Inhale, lift for 5. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale here. Exhale, right elbow, right knee. Left arm stretches over the left ear. Side angle. Now, you are not collapsing the weight into the right elbow. So you want really light. You almost could be able to hover the right elbow. So you're using your side body and your leg strength, not the elbow to knee to support you. Roll that left shoulder back. Roll the left arm back. Spiral your heart toward the sky. Tuck your tailbone. There's going to be a few options here. If you feel you can come down lower without collapsing the left shoulder forward, please do. You can also bring a block to the inner right foot. Breathing here for 3, opening the hips. 2, keep the tailbone tucked back, leg strong. Now bring the left arm behind the back and half bind, hand towards the right hip. You either stay in your half bind or you come to your full bind. You can use a strap here if you want, if you can't find the full bind. Breathe. 3, hold 2, and 1. Really nice. Release the right hand. Circle the left hand all the way down to your mat. Pick up your left heel, coming back into your runner's lunge. You're going to step back into plank and flow. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Last standing sequence, well done. Step the feet together. Inhale, float the left leg up. Exhale, open, lift the left knee. Inhale, one more time here, heart reaching back in space. Exhale, knee to nose, step the left foot through. Ground the outer edge of the back foot. Check that you have heel to arch alignment with the feet. Leading with the right arm, come all the way up, warrior two. So you'll see here that my hips are stacked over my, or my shoulders, sorry, are stacked over my hips. It's really easy when we're focusing on lunging deeply into the left knee, which we want to do, to lean forward with that left knee and bring more weight into the left leg. We want the shoulders to stay over the hips and equal pressure or weight in both feet, so both legs are working. Okay, so from here we're going to flip the palms. Inhale, straighten the left leg, lift up. Exhale, lunge down deeply, warrior two. Left knee stays over the ankle. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, left knee tracks over middle toes. Inhale, let's stay grounded through outer edge of right foot. Exhale, lunge. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lunge, soften the shoulders. Last time, inhale, lift. Exhale, lunge. Okay, really nice. Inhale, one more time here. Stretch fingertips away from each other. Exhale, left elbow, left knee. Right arm extends over the ear. So you'll see here, I'm not collapsing forward. My arm is extending over my right ear and my heart is trying to reach toward the ceiling. I keep the tailbone tucked, I keep the lower belly strong, and the outer edge of the right foot is grounded. If you would like, you can come down with left hand to inside of left foot, or you can prop yourself up on a block here, or keep the elbow to the knee. Holding it here for 3 strong legs. Lunge deeply into the left knee. 2, 1. Circle the right arm behind your back and half bind. You can bring the fingers toward the left inner thigh, or you can fully bind, bringing the left arm behind the back, and interlacing the fingers. Roll the heart toward the ceiling for 3. Strong legs. 2. Engage the core. 1. Release the hand, circle the right hand all the way down. Pick up the right heel, runner's lunge. Step back, plank, inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift the heart, shoulders down the back. Exhale, downward facing dog. From here you can step through, hop through, whatever is in your practice, find your way to seated. Yay! Okay, well done. I am spitzing. Whew, okay, so we're going to continue opening the hips a little bit. I'd like you to start by bringing your right leg out wide and bring the left foot to the inseam of your left thigh. I might just demonstrate here. I'm not mirroring you, so it might look like I'm doing the opposite thing to you, but just listen to my words instead. So right leg out wide, left foot to inseam of right thigh, and we're going to fold forward first. So the right foot wants to be flexed, and imagine that you're trying to get the back of your right knee to touch the mat, which will never happen because of your calf muscle, but just visualize. Inhale, sit up tall, bring your fingers out in front. Exhale, fold forward. Now I'm feeling a little bit stiff, so I'm going to find a block and bring my forearms to a block. You don't have to come to your forearms at all. You can stay on your hands if that's better for you. So staying here, folding forward, and feeling your sit bones root down. If you tend to round a lot through your lower back, please do prop yourself up on maybe just a little pillow or on a full block. Breathing deeply, try not to forget about the right leg. It is fully active. Toes drawing back towards you. And focus on the breath. Notice if the weight is shifting into your left hip. Can you ground down through the right hip as well? One more full inhale to lengthen. One more full exhale to fold. In any of these seated poses, if you want more time, just pause the video, okay? You're going to walk your hands to the right and we're going to fold over our right leg. So inhale, find a little bit of length. Exhale to fold. So you can either rest your hands either side of the calf, you can grab the calf, the ankle, the foot. I'm going to reach for the outside of my right foot with my left hand, the opposite hand, and try to fold. So I want to try and keep my shoulders square to the mat, so that a lot of the time the left shoulder will lift a lot. Try to get the left shoulder down in line with the right. Engage your right leg and fold deeply forward and down. So try not to round too much through the back. Breathe 3, 2, and 1. Really nice. You're going to now find a side body stretch. Few options again. You can either hold the shin, the ankle, the foot. Most modified, bring the right forearm to the inseam of the right leg. Forearm resting on the mat. Find space across your chest. You're going to roll that left shoulder back like we do in side angle, and then extend your left arm over your left ear. Again, we're going to breathe into our psoas muscle, our outer left hip, our lower back. Breathing here for 5. Try to roll the heart toward the ceiling. Legs strong. Sit bones grounding, lift up through the pelvic floor, navel to spine. 3, 2, enjoying this nice twist through your spine. 1, find length, maybe even touch the right toe, and slowly float it all the way back up, opposite side. Okay, so you're going to bring the left leg out wide. Again, I'm not mirroring you, so try not to be copying me or get kind of confused. Listen to my cues instead. Flex your left foot. Press the right foot to the inseam of your left thigh, sit up nice and tall, and again, folding it forward. So you can fold onto a block, or you can fold onto your forearms. So this side, and because I've opened up a little bit already, I feel a little bit more comfortable coming to my forearms on the mat. I'm listening to my body, I'm not leading with my ego, which is very easy to do. I do it nearly every time I come to my mat, but I have to remind myself, listen to the breath, listen to your body. It will tell you what is best for you today, which might not be what was best for you yesterday or tomorrow. So just taking time to connect and be aware. Left leg fully active, toes drawing back towards you, and then lift your heart, walk your hands to the left so that we're folding over the left leg. Same options apply again. You can bring your hands Forearms either side of the left leg. You can find a grip, whatever feels good for you. Staying rooted down through the right hip. And then slowly lift up, side stretch. Either hand to shin, ankle, foot, forearm to inside of left shin or calf, elbow to inner knee. Roll the right shoulder back, find space across the collarbones, and then extend the right arm over the ear. So it's like you're trying to reach for your left toes with your right hand. Push the right foot into the inseam of your left thigh, lift up through the belly, and with each exhale, try to spiral the heart a little bit more toward the sky. With each inhale, find more length through the side body. 3, 2, 1, and slowly floating it all the way back up. One more forward fold. Bring both legs out wide. Wide leg forward fold. So I'm going to give you an option here. You can either find a grip, you can hold your ankles or your feet. You can also just fold all the way out in front. Now remember, you can come to a block. You don't even have to come to your forearms. You can stay on your hands. You can elevate the hips. We're going to stay here. Folding for 5. Feel the backs of your knees press down, the toes drawing back towards you for 4. Slide your chest forward rather than thinking about forehead to mat or chest to mat. Think about chest forward for 3. Soften your shoulders, relax your jaw, your shoulders, midway between jaw and shoulders, you know what I mean. And last exhale to fold, and slowly walk the hands all the way back in. Well done. Okay, so I'm going to use my hands to bring these legs all the way back in. Give them a little shake, maybe a little wobble, do whatever feels good there. Circle the ankles, and we'll find our way onto our back. Okay, well done everyone. So that was a sweaty class. So opening your hips sometimes feels like it's not that much, and you shouldn't really feel that much, but it can get really intense. So just coming onto your back, we're going to cross the right thigh over the left, like you were sitting cross-legged, like a little lady. And you're going to sink or shift your hips to the right and bring your knees to the left. Okay, you can bring your arms out into a T shape if that feels good. Just bring your gaze to the right. So for all of us, we're going to experience different things when we come to our mat. So a lot of people find certain parts of their practice harder than others. For me, back bending is something that comes really naturally. And for other people, they find it really challenging. They find afterwards that they feel actually really overwhelmed or nauseous. For me, it's hips that makes me feel quite nauseous and brings up a lot during my practice. So if that's you as well, just be mindful of it. There's no need to judge. It doesn't mean that you're bad at hip openers. It definitely doesn't mean you have to do it less. Maybe that you should find more time to be uncomfortable in your practice. That's when we really truly listen to what we need. And when we truly grow and learn about ourselves. Bring your knees back to center. Just one counter twist, so bring the knees as they are to the right. And then back to center. Unravel the legs, hips at center. Left thigh over right. Scoot your bum to the left, knees to the right. Look to the left. Breathing into your lower belly, enjoying this nice deep twist for the spine. And slowly from here, you can bring the knees back to center. One counter twist to the left. And bring the knees back, unravel the legs. And we're going to make our way into our final Shavasana. Okay, so if you're feeling a little bit sensitive in your back, please do find a bolster or maybe just pillows underneath your knees to elevate the knees. And you can bring your arms out wide, you can bring the hands onto the belly like we started at the beginning of class, or you can bring one hand belly, one hand heart. We're just going to begin to shift into some stillness, some quietness. It's not very often throughout our day that we have time to simply be with nothing to do, nowhere to go, no challenge to face, no task to complete. So really enjoy the next few minutes of stillness, of quietness. And don't worry if the mind starts to get busy again. We have a habit of allowing our thoughts to run away with themselves. Like with any habit, it takes time to break. We don't have to break it overnight and force our way into it. It can be a gradual change. Coming to your mat each day, whether it's 5 minutes, 1 hour, just to be mindful, and soon enough that is the habit that will come more naturally. Being mindful on your mat will translate into your everyday actions. Slowly we're going to start to bring some movement back into the fingertips, into the toes. If you're not ready to come out of your Shavasana, you can pause and stay here. Start to allow your breath to move your body again, deepening it just ever so slightly. Allow it to be soft, to bring you back to your body. Rolling over onto your right side into a fetal position. And from here, using your left hand to push the body all the way up to seated. Sitting up nice and tall, try to keep the eyes closed if possible. Feel free to sit on a block, stack your shoulders over your hips. And just take a moment to connect back in with your breath and just to find some acknowledgement of anything that has shifted throughout your practice. So you should feel a lot more freedom around the hips, the lower back, the groin area. And if you don't, you can come to me personally and give out to me. So just taking time, deepen the breath. Thank yourself for coming to your mat today and dedicating time to your breath, to your body. Bring your hands to prayer at the heart, touching the thumbs to the center chest, connecting in with your breath, with yourself one last time, and bowing your chin towards your chest, honoring your practice. And namaste. So thank you so much for practicing with me. As always, it's such a pleasure to do these videos. I feel very privileged to have my yoga studio to be able to do this whenever I want. So really, I should take advantage of it more often. So I'll stop making excuses and I'll just do it more often. Send me messages whenever you want to remind me and give out to me. I welcome them. I also have been doing some IGTV videos on Instagram. So if you want some shorter videos, I do little meditations, little hip openers, little hamstring openers. I'm going to do them a lot more often as well. And I'll jump between YouTube and IGTV. A lot of you have said you prefer YouTube, so I'll stick with the YouTube. But if you want to give me a follow and on Molly McKeever Yoga on Instagram, please do, and connect with me over on IGTV as well. Thank you so much for practicing with me today, and see you next week.